Now, what if I walked right into your home, slapped a big old bag of money right on the table and said, go ahead and invest this, grow it. I'm not going to tax you on it again. Well, buddy, that's just a Roth IRA. Thanks for joining the channel today. My name is Matt Speckman. Today we're going to take a look at the Roth IRA, very important investment tool for anybody who has an investment toolkit. If you come here today, you're either looking to find out more about it or you have one and you just want to understand more about how it works and what you can do with it. And we're going to take a look at both here today. Now, what we like to start off doing is getting a little judgment on the taxometer. You're going to see that pop up right here to my right. And we got a lot of green smiley faces, folks. That's what we like to see. More red is bad, more green is good. Who would have thought? What we got here is a lot of green smiley faces. This is an easier tool to use once you understand a little bit about it, and it can be super valuable when you use it the right way. Now, we want to answer a few questions in this video, mainly what is a Roth IRA? How does it compare to many other accounts we have? Why does it benefit me? And how can I open one if I don't have one? Let's get right into it. Now, the first thing we said we wanted to answer, of course, is what is a Roth IRA? So we're going to type that into Google. That seems pretty fair to be a research point. What is Roth IRA? Should pull us up something. Good note here, don't trust the AI overview. A lot of times you can get good information from it, but just like in accounting and finance, just like everything else, you want to make sure you're using it as simply a jumping board, not the end all be all of what you're researching. You're going to be led on the wrong path, especially in tax and finance. So we're going to skip that one here, and we're going to find one. In this case, I know which one I'm going to look for. I like the Charles Schwab information they have. We're going to go right there because they're always a great spot. You're going to see Charles Schwab and Fidelity be common points here. So this is going to be good information. You can usually trust the information coming from sites like this in terms of when they break down concepts and how they can be used. In this case, let's just look it up. What is a Roth IRA? A Roth IRA is a retirement account that lets you invest money you've already paid taxes on. And that right there is the key point. This is money you can put into this account where you have paid the taxes on the money already. It's already been paid to the IRS, so now that money is yours to do what you want with. And what the Roth IRA allows you to do is take that money up to a certain limit, place it in the account, and what happens at that point is you can invest it and it grows tax-free forever. That's right, never gets taxed again. You never have to worry about it, and this is why everybody says it's a great investment tool to have. And the government actually limits the amount you can put in there. It's going to be around $7,000 in 2025, but they don't let you put a lot in there because they ultimately want to tax the income we have in this country. Putting money in a Roth IRA that can grow hundreds of thousands of dollars in investment gains that can't get taxed, that's a great deal for someone using the account. As we finish reading here, after age 59 and a half, another key point right here, after age 59 and a half, you can withdraw your funds without taxes or penalties as long as your account has been open for at least 5 years. So you need to make it to that 59 and a half mark. Now there are things like hardship withdrawals and other ways you can get money out earlier, but really you're working towards that 59 and a half marker, making sure that's, if you're working towards your retirement age being around there, that's great because you're going to have access to these funds. Ultimately, you want a toolbox, a toolkit of tools, your 401ks, your brokerage accounts, your other investment types, but you're going to have a system of tools that you're going to be able to pull on and pull the strings on, and hopefully a Roth IRA is one of those, and they'll get them to work together in retirement, and as you gain assets, it'll be something to think about to work with somebody who can help you manage your money. Now, what was the second question we wanted to look up? Really, how does this compare to the other options we have? And really, the main other key option that most people are going to have is the 401k. Now, these accounts are great to use in tandem together. The best way to use them together by far. We'll have many videos on this and how you can combine the powers of the two. But then deciding when you only have money to allocate towards one or the other can be a little bit stressful, right? If you're not really sure how these things work. And we just want to break down kind of the main difference here. And it's going to lie in when that money gets taxed. So let's get our next Google. If we want to break that down, Roth IRA versus 401k. We'll pull this up and let's just go with our friend Charles Schwab. I don't love that one there. Let's just go with our other buddy Fidelity. and I'll bet they have a nice, good explanation right here up front. Both IRAs and 401ks offer great tax advantages. They're just going to be on opposite ends. We're going to see that here in a second. What is a Roth IRA? We don't need to go through all that again, advantages and disadvantages. Let's just talk about the 401k. A 401k allows you to go up front on the tax and take a tax deduction up front. So again, compared to the Roth IRA, you're going to get that tax deduction after you put money into the account. It's never going to get taxed again. It gets to grow tax-free in the investments. When you put money in the 401k, what's going to happen is it's going to reduce your taxable income in the year you put it in the account, and you're going to get taxed less on it then. So again, up front with the 401k, later on with the Roth IRA when it comes to the tax benefit. And deciding how to use the two accounts, if you have to make that choice, is ultimately about evaluating that picture. How are you getting taxed now? What rates are you being taxed at versus what do you think you might get taxed at in the future? That is a big consideration one you must be making if you're going to be making those decisions accurately. Now, a wise tool of advice that a lot of people throw out there is that when you're in your lower earning years, maybe earlier in your career, a Roth IRA is a great choice. Because what's going to happen is a 401k is a great tool when you start making more money and you enter higher marginal tax brackets. You can take that 401k tool and use that to reduce your taxable income and maybe push you down into other smaller taxable income brackets. So that's just one way that you can use that to your benefit and one school of thinking. But either way, if you're putting money in one or the other, you're doing a good thing and just staying consistent with it, you're going to be in a good spot, and you can always learn how to use the other account and use them in tandem down the line. Now, a third question is, why is the Roth IRA going to benefit me? That should be relatively obvious within the first two we've done, but to emphasize that point, the main benefit you're going to get is that the money you put into that account is going to grow and grow and grow and never get taxed again. And it's really, really relieving to somebody who has a pile of money sitting there at the end of when they get to their retirement age, and they can just take that money out as they see fit, not have to worry about the implications of doing so. It's something you can't do with a 401k or even a brokerage account. You have to worry about the taxes, and in the case of the brokerage account, you have to worry about the possibility of capital gains and ordinary income tax. With the Roth IRA, you're free sailing once you get that money in there. You can withdraw what you've contributed at any point, and those investment gains can be taken out at 59.5. It's just a great deal to have that investment gains. We'll draw upon future videos in future videos, we'll show you again how that math works out and how that money can grow so large and why it's such a good deal to have the money in there that can grow, and how much ultimately money that bypasses the tax that could be that taxed if it was in a different account. But if you have any questions, just rest assured, it's a great, great tool to have. So hopefully you're already in a Roth IRA, but a lot of people may not be, and they may have come to this video just to understand if they should get into one. The answer is certainly yes, assuming you have the funds available to do so. And then how can we do that? So let's just go ahead and go through our same process here again. How can I open a Roth IRA? We're going to rely on what we've already established. Fidelity and Charles Schwab are great options. In this case, I'm very comfortable with Fidelity. Open and fund a Fidelity IRA. Here's a great link. It's sponsored. You can go in here. Let's set up a Roth IRA. I just want to show you this to show you how simple it is. You can literally Google this stuff. Go here, and there's not really going to be any catch. They're just going to ask you to fill in the information you need to put in, your personal information. You'll ask for your social security number and the information they need to open the account. But from there, you can start funding this account. You can start putting money in, investing up to those limits, and really just start building that fund for yourself. It's going to be very valuable down the line, and we'll learn some extra tools along the way about how to pair that with other accounts. The Roth IRA, if you're in position, no reason not to get one. We saw how to go and open one. Go ahead and do that. Get it open. Get some money invested in there. Let's get that money growing for you so you have some tax-free investment money in retirement. Come back next time. I appreciate you joining. Send your questions in if you have them. We'll have plenty more videos and we'll get to answer them. Thanks for coming.